Have to talk about Harold Perkins Jr., because as we hit the home stretch of this cycle, the gap between his box score and the actual tape is getting impossible to ignore. On paper, the LSU star looks like a certified monster with 35.5 career tackles for losses and 17 sacks, making him look like a total lock for NFL highlights every single Sunday. But when we dig into the efficiency metrics, we find a much darker story because he's currently flagged with a 21% missed tackle rate in 2025, which is nearly double the elite standard for a pro-level linebacker. The raw data on the reference sites only shows the splash plays, but our film charting sees a guy who whiffs on nearly 1 out of every 4 solo attempts, and that lack of finishing, paired with the ACL recovery, is exactly what's keeping defensive coordinators up at night. We quickly realized that the official box scores on Pro Football Reference and the charting over at PFF are telling two completely different stories. We've got to bridge that gap because one site tracks the what while the other tracks the how. We see a similar split when we look at Deonte Lawson at Alabama and Jacob Rodriguez at Texas Tech, where the volume is masking some real efficiency issues. The traditional stats show Lawson is a program legend, ranking 10th on Alabama's all-time tackle list with 283 career stops, which makes him look like a versatile green dot leader for any pro football defense. However, our deep dive into the 2025 charting exposes a 17.3% missed tackle rate that the box score completely hides, showing some uncharacteristic leakage in his final year. It's the same deal for Rodriguez. His profile shows a magnet for the football, with 112 defensive stops and a staggering 7 forced fumbles in 2025 alone. But his nearly 17% missed tackle rate proves he's a high-risk, high-reward defender who can get exposed in the open field. Then we have the lunch pail guys like Torian York at Texas A&M, Lander Barton, Utah, and Josiah Trotter at Missouri, who are all hovering around that 11 to 12% efficiency mark. The raw data on York shows a high-volume solo tackler who averaged over 6 stops a game, while Trotter's profile confirms he was a top-tier run stuffer with 84 total tackles and a beastly 89.3 run defense grade that ranked 15th nationally. But the efficiency charting reveals that while they are productive, they both struggle with over-aggression that leads to about 1 miss for every 8 attempts. Barton's resume at Utah shows incredible durability in the box score, but his 12% rate suggests his breakdown angles still need a massive upgrade before he hits the pro football level on Sundays. As the numbers start to align better between the two platforms, we find the real safe picks like Kyle Lewis at Pitt and Jake Goldie at Cincinnati. If we're being real, Goldie is the kind of sleeper that only the true tape grinders are talking about right now. So if you haven't yet, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the rest of our rookie NFL deep dives. Thanks. Goldie specifically pops in the box score after a 70-tackle season that translated into a massive 90.6 PFF run defense grade, proving he's a bridge between volume and value. Right behind them is C.J. Allen at Georgia, who the reference sites show as a model of consistency with 88 total tackles and 8 tackle for losses. PFF validates that he isn't just a beneficiary of that Georgia scheme, grading him with an 8.5% missed tackle rate and naming him an AP All-American. He's a floor raiser who does his job every single snap without the flashy mistakes. But if we want the absolute gold standard for this 2026 class, we're looking at the Big Ten and the Longhorns. Arvell Reese at Ohio State has been lights out with a 6.7% rate and 6.5 sacks, but the real kings of the mountain are Anthony Hill Jr. at Texas and Sonny Styles at Ohio State. Hill's box score shows a steady sack per game pace and 69 tackles in just 10 games, but the efficiency data is legendary. He recorded 47 solo tackles with only 3 missed tackles for an elite 6% rate. Then we have Styles, who led the Buckeyes with 82 stops while maintaining an almost impossible 0% missed tackle rate in 2025, according to the latest charting. Guys like Sonny Styles and Anthony Hill Jr. aren't just great athletes, they're the safest bets on the board because they actually finish the job when they get to the ball. On the flip side, if we're taking a swing on a high-risk profile like Harold Perkins Jr., we're betting on the splash plays outweighing the consistency, and in a league where 1 missed tackle can be the difference between a stop and a touchdown, that's a dangerous game to play.
That's the breakdown for today, and if this helped you see through the box score smoke, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives as we get closer to the draft in Pittsburgh. We've got plenty more rookie primers and defensive scouting coming your way, so drop a comment below and let us know who's the one linebacker you'd want and what round wearing the dynasty green dot on your favorite team. And as always,
what your name mean to you? Your name don't mean to you.
Spider-Man does it again.
Let's go!